A very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him?
Barron Trump was the talk of the town, with many claiming the kid has it in him to perhaps be president himself one day.
He's 18 years old, but he's like
He's not an average 18-year-old.
Barron, homie, is the king of the internet. He's the king of the internet.
Barron Trump, the youngest son of President-elect Donald Trump, is known for his preference to stay out of the public eye. However, when he does step into the spotlight, he certainly knows how to make a lasting impression. Recently, at one of his father's re-election campaign events, Barron made a rare but powerful appearance that took everyone by surprise, resulting in a standing ovation from the crowd. But what exactly did this 18-year-old do to leave such a powerful impact and spark conversations across the nation? Today, we're diving into this unforgettable moment and exploring what makes Barron such an intriguing figure despite his inclination to avoid the limelight. While much of the attention surrounding Donald Trump's recent election victory has focused on traditional political strategies, Barron has quietly played a significant role in his father's success. Though his father and older siblings often dominate headlines, Barron has been stepping up behind the scenes, contributing with strategic insights that help secure his father's victory. Even though he isn't often in front of cameras, Lara Trump, Donald's daughter-in-law and wife of Eric Trump, recently shared on the PVD podcast with Patrick Bet-David some surprising details about Barron's involvement in the campaign. According to her, Barron was instrumental in helping craft strategies that resonated with a new generation of voters, particularly the younger, tech-savvy crowd who don't rely on traditional news sources like TV or cable. Despite his quiet demeanor, Barron's influence has been more significant than many realize.
He'll say, "Dad, I have an idea as to how you can get more votes." He's always throwing ideas out there, and so yeah, we got to give Barron some serious credit.
One of Barron's most impactful contributions was his suggestion that his father appear on popular podcasts. In today's media landscape, this move was crucial. Podcasts have become a dominant form of media, especially among younger audiences who prefer long, unfiltered conversations over traditional TV programming. Barron recognized the potential of this platform and pushed for his father to make appearances, expanding his reach and ensuring that Donald's message reached people who might not have been engaging with conventional campaigning methods. This strategy wasn't just about gaining media coverage. It was about creating a deeper connection with voters, which ultimately had a significant influence when it came time to vote. Lara Trump had high praise for Barron, calling him so smart, so cool, and so entertaining, emphasizing just how impressive he is for someone his age. "He's his father's son through and through," she said, expressing real confidence in his future. "Trust me, he's going to do incredible things." This kind of praise makes it clear that Barron Trump isn't just another child of a famous parent. He's someone with a vision, intelligence, and a deep understanding of the world around him. What's even more intriguing is how Barron has carved out a quieter yet undeniably powerful role within his family. While Donald Trump continues to dominate the headlines with his bold statements and larger-than-life persona, Barron has become a behind-the-scenes force with significant influence. Rather than seeking the spotlight with dramatic gestures, Barron is quietly shaping strategies with long-term impact. It's clear that, even at a young age, he has a talent for thinking outside the box, and his influence is only growing. So what makes Barron Trump such a unique and fascinating figure? Why does he stand out, even when he's not in the public eye like the rest of his family? Let's take a deeper look at what makes Barron so compelling, and why his rising influence is worth paying attention to. There's much more to him than most people realize, and the things you're about to discover might surprise you. Whether it's his strategic thinking, his subtle yet impactful role, or his ability to connect with younger generations, Barron is proving he's more than just a name. He's someone who could make waves in ways we never expected. From the moment he was born, Barron Trump was immersed in a world of luxury and privilege that few children could ever imagine. Just weeks after his birth, he was already living a life of opulence, with an entire floor of his parents' $100 million New York City penthouse dedicated entirely to him. This lavish space included a private kitchen, living room, nursery, and separate rooms for both his mother, Melania Trump, and his nanny. Even as an infant, Barron's life was nothing short of extravagant. His stroller, a gift from Ellen DeGeneres, was gold-plated and featured a built-in chandelier, a fitting accessory for the son of a billionaire. As Barron grew older, Melania revealed that his living space was carefully designed to reflect his personality and interests, which included a love for planes, helicopters, and a preference for all things clean and white. Unlike many children born into similar wealth, Barron had the freedom to decorate his living room and walls however he wanted, allowing him to express himself and unleash his imagination. Despite the immense wealth and resources at her disposal, Melania was determined to be a hands-on parent. In interviews, she often stressed her commitment to raising Barron herself, especially since Donald Trump's frequent travels meant she was usually the one at home with him. While they did rely on help when necessary, Melania made it clear they didn't have a full-time nanny. Still, it was no secret that Barron had assistance whenever needed, whether from a nanny, cook, assistant, or even his grandmother. This level of care and attention remained constant even after they moved into the White House, where the family had access to a staff of nearly 100 people. Despite rumors, Melania maintained the public narrative that she didn't hire a nanny, though those close to the family confirmed that Barron was never left without support. In June 2017, Barron and Melania made history when they officially moved into the White House, 5 months after Donald Trump's inauguration, marking the beginning of a new chapter in their extraordinary life. From the moment he was born, Barron Trump was immersed in a world of luxury and privilege that few children could ever imagine. Just weeks after his birth, he was already living a life of opulence, with an entire floor of his parents' $100 million New York City penthouse dedicated entirely to him. This lavish space included a private kitchen, living room, nursery, and separate rooms for both his mother, Melania Trump, and his nanny. Even as an infant, Barron's life was nothing short of extravagant. His stroller, a gift from Ellen DeGeneres, was gold-plated and featured a built-in chandelier, a fitting accessory for the son of a billionaire. As Barron grew older, Melania revealed that his living space was carefully designed to reflect his personality and interests, which included a love for planes, helicopters, and a preference for all things clean and white. Unlike many children born into similar wealth, Barron had the freedom to decorate his living room and walls however he wanted, allowing him to express himself and unleash his imagination. Despite the immense wealth and resources at her disposal, Melania was determined to be a hands-on parent. In interviews, she often stressed her commitment to raising Barron herself, especially since Donald Trump's frequent travels meant she was usually the one at home with him. While they did rely on help when necessary, Melania made it clear they didn't have a full-time nanny. Still, it was no secret that Barron had assistance whenever needed, whether from a nanny, cook, assistant, or even his grandmother. This level of care and attention remained constant even after they moved into the White House, where the family had access to a staff of nearly 100 people. Despite rumors, Melania maintained the public narrative that she didn't hire a nanny, though those close to the family confirmed that Barron was never left without support. In June 2017, Barron and Melania made history when they officially moved into the White House, 5 months after Donald Trump's inauguration, marking the beginning of a new chapter in their extraordinary lives. Barron Trump has always had a unique perspective on sports, particularly football. His father, Donald Trump, has expressed concerns about the dangers of the sport, calling it really tough, and noting that even professional players are hesitant to let their own sons play. While Barron excelled at soccer, it was clear that football would never be part of his athletic future. After Donald Trump's presidency ended in January 2021, Barron, Melania, and Donald relocated to their newly renovated home at Mar-a-Lago in Florida, leaving behind the White House and the political spotlight. Though much about Barron's future remains uncertain, one thing is clear: his upbringing has been anything but ordinary. From growing up in a penthouse with an entire floor to himself, to his historic role as the first boy in nearly 6 decades, Barron's life has been defined by wealth, privilege, and an undeniable level of public intrigue. As his story continues to unfold, it will be fascinating to see how he, already showing himself to be more than just the son of a former president, navigates his future in the spotlight. When it comes to the children of high-profile political figures, you might expect them to seek fame and attention, embracing the public spotlight. But Barron is a refreshing exception. Despite growing up in the public eye, Barron continues to surprise people with his grounded, humble demeanor. Unlike some of his siblings, who thrive in the limelight, Barron has managed to maintain an air of mystery around him. He doesn't seek attention or try to steal the show. Instead, he seems focused on defining himself in his own quiet way and carving out a space for himself outside the public gaze. One of the most intriguing aspects of Barron is how he contrasts with the larger-than-life personalities of his family members. Take his father, Donald Trump, bold, brash, and always at the center of attention. Barron, on the other hand, is a study in calm. He's reserved, quiet, and prefers to keep to himself, which makes him stand out in his own unique way. Despite staying out of the public eye more than the rest of his family, there's something undeniably magnetic about him. It's almost as if Barron is biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment to step up and make his mark, adding to the growing curiosity surrounding him. Those closest to Barron often highlight his intelligence as one of his most standout qualities. While he may not speak as freely or frequently as his father, when he does express himself, it's clear that his thoughts are sharp, considered, and well beyond his years.
Yes, hello, how are you?
I'm in the business.
It's very nice to see you.
Barron Trump's ability to analyze situations and make thoughtful decisions has already proven to be a valuable asset behind the scenes. People like Lara Trump have pointed out how Barron's critical thinking skills set him apart from most teenagers, which is impressive for someone so young. He's not simply coasting through life on his famous last name. He's developing a level of maturity that's rare for his age. But Barron's intellect isn't the only thing that makes him stand out. He also brings a sense of humor and an easygoing nature that makes him relatable to people of all ages. Whether it's a clever remark or his laid-back attitude, Barron knows how to keep things fun and engaging. It's a unique combination. He's mature beyond his years, but still carries that youthful charm that draws people in. This balance makes him incredibly approachable and likable, whether you're a teenager or an adult. What's truly remarkable is how Barron manages to stay grounded while exuding an undeniable confidence. It's no wonder that so many people were moved to give him a standing ovation at one of his father's rallies, or that a rare video of him speaking generated so much buzz. He's proving to be someone who commands attention without having to chase it. Before diving into the details of that unforgettable moment, it's important to look closer at Barron's relationship with his father. The dynamic between Barron and Donald Trump has always been a topic of interest. The contrast between the two is striking. While Donald is known for his bold, outspoken personality, Barron tends to be much more reserved and calm. This contrast has led to much curiosity about how they connect, especially given their high-profile public roles and differing temperaments. From a young age, Barron seemed to shy away from the spotlight, preferring a quieter,